Glenn and I play guitar in a Melbourne band called The Wasp Factory. I recently offloaded my digital audio workstation after acquiring a couple of 16-track reel-to-reel recorders and also a rather large and old analogue recording console. About a month ago, my partner and I moved to a property on the Mornington Peninsula, which also contained a 12 metre by 7.5 metre steel construction shed with a concrete slab floor. This presented the perfect opportunity to build my home studio. After considering what I actually wanted personally and also the amount of space available, it was decided that I would build basically 2 rooms which would consist of a control room and a room which would be possibly large enough to contain a drum kit and maybe 1 or 2 other musicians. Due to the usual financial constraints that we all face, it was decided that I would construct the control room area first so I could house all of my toys and continue on my songwriting and personal demos, and then at a later stage, when the finances allowed, I would construct the second room. I began by constructing timber stud walls which were cladded with the 19mm thick yellow tongue flooring, which is very dense chipboard type material, and also it had quite good sound properties, as in not much sound transfer. The walls were then stuffed with the rock wool insulation with an R2.5 rating, being about 90mm thick. I'm carrying out this entire job by myself with just a little bit of help from some friends to help raise a few timber frames and to lift some of the 3.6 metre long yellow tongue boards up to the higher sections of the wall. At this point in time, we're not up to actually installing the plasterboard, but when it arrives, there will be the CSR Soundcheck plasterboard, 10mm thick. There'll be 2 layers of that. Unfortunately, the budget does not allow for me to use the green glue, which is quite expensive, but at this stage we are still hoping to achieve the sound isolation that we set out for. Before installing the insulation, I've tried to plug and seal any gaps where there might be some sound leakage, where other cables are entering the room, and also sealing where the sheets join at tricky angles. I've installed a double opening door also for the sound insulation, and there is also a glass sliding door installed in this wall. There will be another glass sliding door on the other side of this one when the other room is constructed, thus giving it a double glazed window come doorway effect. So there we have it for part 1. I'll keep you updated with more instalments as we progress, so stay tuned for part 2. Bye.